Rems Gems Podcast, episode 13. It was a bad day. It was a sad day for one of the Gems. That was me, who I was talking about. It was a bad day for me. And we'll get into that. I have a lot of thoughts about the recap of this week, which, I think we all will be pretty voiceful about our thoughts of week 10 in the NFL. But first, you've been telling us you have a story, so we'll pass the mic to you.
What do you got? I appreciate it.
Let's hear it.
Sunday was my birthday, my 62nd birthday, as you well know. Mm-hmm. And I was home. I was all by myself. Mom was gone, and you gave your mother the task of picking out a wedding song for the wedding to dance with you, which is turned into
mother-son
song.
Yeah,
and she's having trouble with it.
It's not easy.
Well, so I thought I'd give a hand, and I was going through some songs, and I was like, Queen, we are the champions. Let Shelby know what she's in for, and set the bar high. Mom vetoed that. And then I was like, what about K.I.S.S? And I was like, that's a band from my era. And want to rock and roll all night and party every day, let her the Remillard. And then it hit me. I had an epiphany. For Michael Tenney, if he listens in Florida, epiphany means like an awakening,
Yeah.
Just to clear it up. K.I.S.S, keep it simple, stupid. The acronym.
Yeah.
So that's my new philosophy for this
for
rule.
Your picks?
For my picks.
So there's no song?
I also wondering.
No, the songs, no, I went in a whole different direction.
I'm also wondering what's different between what you have been doing and keeping it simple.
You've had so many different strategies.
You'll notice now. Now it's... Okay. It was like, you guys wouldn't know, because with age comes wisdom.
Yeah.
And you guys are still young, you're all about the wedding, you're all about the engagement. So you guys, you're not focused. Now it's like that Bradley Cooper movie. Did you see that movie?
Yeah, when he
where
takes the pill and super smart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's like. It's like I'm Albert Einstein.
You've just been missing it, though.
With Jimmy the Greek.
The 22 and 28 record, it just doesn't.
Well, now it's happening. That's what I'm telling you. I'm letting everyone know out there.
Okay.
You follow my picks. If I was the people listening right now, I would just forward to the end of the show and listen to my picks.
And that's it? That's all they need?
That's all they need.
That's
because you're down. It's wicked. Who's got the biggest winning streak here? I got 2 in a row.
You should try to sell your picks with that confidence.
It's right. I'm letting you know we're going to come in next week, and my win streak's going to be 7. Okay.
Do you have a two-game win streak? But your record last week was
2-3.
2-3. So
once again,
losing record.
Negative,
that streak continues.
Negative.
2-3.
That's just what. That's negative thinking. I'm all about positive thinking.
The token to betting the NFL is keeping it simple.
Keep it simple.
Stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid.
K.I.S.S.
Okay.
All right. Well,
gonna have to play a K.I.S.S song at the wedding too now.
It'll be in.
After I run the table.
Fun fact: I can't name one K.I.S.S song.
Oh,
fun
really?
fact. Yeah, I know what they look like. They got the tongues and the face paint and all that. I know them. I just can't.
Oh, you would know them. I just said you never heard the song.
They dress up as K.I.S.S and
yeah.
What is that? Happy Gun.
I want to rock and roll all night and party
movies.
every day. No, they're a ton of them.
The one with James Franco as well, where he goes to marry meets the in-laws, and then they're all out there when he
Gene Simmons and such. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, back to.
All right. I just want to let you know that. There might not be people listening now because they're just going to the end.
Yeah. I mean, hey, whatever it takes to win. I just don't know if trusting that philosophy is the best strategy, but that's what the people are listening for. They choose their own paths, and I like that.
I noticed you have glasses on today. I haven't seen those. Is that so you can see the things you're making?
Out of context, it's a bad beat. I'm trying to see the board a little more clearly with these on.
So I was gonna say, the first 5 weeks you were Superman, now you're Clark Kent.
Oh, great call! Yeah, I'm a shell of myself. First 5 weeks I was 19-6. It's a heck of a record.
Phenomenal.
I was in the top 30. I was pumped up. The last 5 weeks, I am 10-15. Just really, really hard to take that in. Overall, 29-21. I mean, I'm in a still a striking distance, but it's just so frustrating when you were
Gotta get
in
rid
the
of
money.
that negative juju.
No,
So
I
it,
know.
You gotta
it's
get
insane.
rid of that negative. You gotta turn that frown upside
I know.
down.
We
I
talk
know.
about this pool being insane and the swings, but I'm 28 and 22. I'm on cloud 9. I went 3 and
Right.
2 this week. I'm pumped. And you have your percentages better than me. By
I'm one game. I'm one game up on you, and I'm like down in the dumps.
And I'm
And I'm the
pumped.
happiest of all because I'm on the rocket ship to the moon.
2 in a row.
To the moon, baby.
2 in a
you're
row.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Next week when we come in, you guys are gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be.
Well, that
I
means-
can't wait.
Your vibes are impeccable. I'll
Yeah.
give you that much, and
Totally.
I'm supportive of
For
it, and
anyone
I'm
that
rooting
watches
for you.
this on the weekends, which is this a morning kind of listen, I feel like they'll appreciate what you're
Oh
bringing.
man, they're gonna get their day going.
They're gonna load up
All right.
DraftKings,
Yeah.
everything. I like that.
Yep. Yep.
Do you want to talk about? I mean, I'll just touch upon quickly last week. 3 and 2. I feel like
Yeah.
3 and 2, best
yeah.
record of the
Ooh,
bunch.
Congratulations.
I know.
What I would give to have been 3 and 2.
Yeah.
I know. It's just so going on my picks last week: Buccaneers, Lions, Chargers, 3 wins. I'm undefeated in London, 2 and 0. So
They played in Germany.
Germany,
Europe.
overseas,
Europe.
Overseas.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
go over the continent.
Yeah. My 2 losses were on super public plays, square plays that you were on one of them. Broncos and Raiders. So I looked at the pool. I think over 40% had both those plays.
Consensus.
Horrible.
Well, okay. When I made the pick,
Yeah.
what's his name? Ryan wasn't QBing.
Yeah.
No one had him QBing
No.
anywhere.
That was
so
like-
that you know what I'm saying. That was
Something that we
I don't count that
fell on the wrong side of this year, as we've chatted about it, is when the public plays are in there and we're not on them. If there's a 40% or 50% play, they come in
Every time.
pretty much no
It's
sweat.
like 14 for 14.
No sweat.
Yeah.
And then when we're on them,
Get
it seems,
creamed.
you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna harp on that, but
Yeah.
it hasn't run our way. 3 and 2, and the 2 losses, like I said, were public plays. So
Yep.
I don't mind that kind of week. I think I stuck
Hey, 3 and 2.
28 and 22. You're 22 and 28. So you know.
not after this week. 27 and 28.
Yeah.
Well, he actually goes. He had 2 and 3, so he goes before.
Yeah, feel
you.
free. You have any recap on your games?
I know you're not used to going
I
last.
know. Oh, it's so sad, especially after you.
No.
No recap.
Who's my
Cleveland.
Cleveland's all right. You know what? That's when I was 61, and I was
Oh.
buy high, sell low, listening to you guys. You know what? Miami is good.
Yeah.
Cleveland stinks.
Yep.
There
That's
you
a
go.
great analysis. Keep it simple, stupid.
Right?
Yeah. Raiders, nothing. Jacksonville, anything there?
Jacksonville, two
Yeah.
missed kicks away.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were
Two
were
field
talking
goals.
about that. Watching the game on Red Zone, every play was like, oh, Jacksonville. Every play was pro Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And they just got
Couldn't get it
dominated.
in.
Yeah.
It's like Houston. Houston was in the red zone.
Yeah.
That
Five
one was
times. 5 times in the second half.
Yeah.
5, and they only got 6 points.
Yeah. So
That's-
that was one of my losses, and that one was really hard to get over because the back door was open the entire game. I start out my Sunday morning with a nice Buccaneers cover. I'm like,
great.
here we go. 5-0.
Yeah.
Followed up with the Saints, just no chance against Pittsburgh. Denver, just the worst offense. Truthfully, high school offense there. Raiders, super devastating. Never really had a chance. But Houston was the one that should have covered. They scored a touchdown, too, with 3-4 minutes
Oh, yeah,
left, and
then
it
they
gets
go-
overturned.
yeah,
And it's like
yeah.
the back door couldn't have been more open and just never could finish the deal. So
I'm going to give you my take. I think Giants. You think Minnesota's a fraud?
Yeah.
I think Giants
Oh,
is a
100%
fraud.
Giants.
That's just a
You
guarantee.
march up
Yeah.
and down, and they've been stopping inside. They've been lucking out that
they have. They've trailed in 7 of their, I think, all but one game. They've trailed in the game in the second half, I
The
think, as
difference
well.
in that argument is the Vikings have some superstars and the Giants have none.
Yeah.
Barkley's pretty
Barkley.
good.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
okay. True.
I'd call him a superstar.
Yeah,
You're-
their
no.
offense is just so frustrating.
I just think the Vikings have they got guys at
Weapons.
all
Yeah.
positions. Weapons.
Even the Giants' touchdown was
backups.
extremely fraud. 3rd and 9. Daniel Jones escapes 3 sacks, throws it, then 4 missed tackles, and sunk deep into the couch after that play. I can tell you that
Hey,
much.
I want to hear because I just got a little. If you guys can discuss it. Now, your fiancés went away to New York for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard they came back during the witching hour of the.
that was stressful. You guys would
The,
have.
uh,
You guys would have died.
Okay, they
wanted
Everyone
to
out there
talk?
would have died. They're grabbing us. I'm looking at the game. I'm like, yeah. They're like, what did I just say? And I'm like, what? And that was when the Texans scored that tutty too. And
Detroit's coming back from down 14 in the fourth quarter. They score. They get a pick six, and Reid's getting like, "Hey, Reid," and he's like, "Huh?" It was very funny.
Yeah, the Lions were down 14 in the fourth, pick six. The missed extra point for the Bears was what did it.
It couldn't have been worse timing, though. Like, truthfully, it was 6 minutes left in the witching hour, and we're like, I want to hear about it, but like, let's do it in like 5 minutes.
Right.
Very difficult.
It was crazy. After the 1
funny.
o'clock games, I was 2-1, and I'm like, this is great. Going into the Raiders, come on now. I knew the Chargers that was a pretty good play there.
What about one of your golfing partners, our good friend Steve Cupa? I heard that the week before he went like 15-0 on the three he's involved in.
That's the most unbelievable thing ever.
Good.
And so he has a team. He splits a team with a buddy, and then they have like a shared team. So 3 teams.
So 15-0, that's impressive.
And they didn't have like the same picks.
No,
there was like
9
games in there, like 9-0. Really.
That was when I think at least me. I've been just kind of right in the middle, borderline cashing. That was when I was like, I'm rooting for these.
Yes,
games.
you're the horse in the race now. Run with it. And they followed it up this week with a 2-13 spot. So very, very tough. Prayers up for them. And they're still team cashing, and they're still in it. But emotionally, going to work Monday morning,
roller coaster.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than like that Monday morning after
the group chat.
Taken the bye.
I 0-3, then I get my next 2.
We have a group chat. It's called Beer, Dice, and Pie Gal.
That's all you need.
And I mean, those are 2 of the greater things. And that chat's been quiet since the 2-13.
Very, very tough. So hopefully he can bounce back this week.
One other thing. There's a new Bacon Nation opened up at the D, which while we're down there, we're going to have to hit that. It's open 24/7.
So, what's the deal with that? I saw the text.
Bacon everything. It's got every kind of bacon, flavored bacon, plus full menu. So I checked the menu out, and I'm like, oh, yeah, we're hitting that spot.
Saw them.
Yeah.
I saw the text, and I knew you were giving Derek Stevens a free plug.
Oh, no, that was
it,
no. You don't
I
like,
love
like
bacon, so don't get me wrong.
It's not going to help the weight. It's not going to help the weight loss, but
check
that
it out. 40 pounds, people. 40 pounds.
That weekend's a freebie.
Yeah, that's a freebie.
All right, back to this week coming up.
Yeah.
How we feeling? I have a couple things.
You know how I'm feeling.
A little bit frustrating for you and I. I'm not going to say you as much here, but this has been the year of the dog. Underdogs continue to cover at just an insane rate.
What
Vikings.
percentage?
Vikings, Colts, Packers, Cardinals, Commanders all win outright this week as underdogs.
What about the Commanders being 10.5?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, insane.
Good pick.
Yep, good pick. Underdogs between 3 and 10 points this year. 48 and 26, 66%. So pretty much most of them. There's not many NFL spreads that are above 10, and not many that are below a field goal. So, and that's like usually right up our alley, and that's the part that's frustrating is just like aborted the dog train for some reason, and now just paying for it.
I've had 1 week with all favorites, but I've stayed pretty loyal to the dogs. I think that's where the 28 and 22 kind of comes from.
Yeah.
You're not.
I've had a nice mix as well.
You have to have
when I take the dogs, the favorite wins, and when I take the favorite, the dog wins. It's been my season.
You can go 5-0 taking 5 favorites or 5 dogs.
Yeah. We 2 weeks ago, I think 14 of our 15 picks were all favorites, and that was the week that I think 1 favorite covered and just destroyed ourselves.
I'll take a wild guess and say I went 2-3 that week.
That's a 99% chance of being right. One more fun fact before we get into our picks. The Denver Broncos, I can't stop taking them. And every week I'm like, this offense can't be that bad. And it is every week. It's so bad that if Denver had scored 20 points in every game, which is not that difficult for an NFL team, they would be 8-1 this year.
Their defense is phenomenal.
It's such a good defense. And that was the whole reason behind the pick against the Titans was they're going to stop Derrick Henry, and they did.
They did.
They completely shut him down. I expected coming off a bye, the offense could score 14 points, but that's just too much to ask from Russell Wilson these days.
And so, to your point, they're playing a team that I think we've all taken a lot, and they're playing the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
That game, I can't even fathom taking a team. 2.5 Broncos. Do you have that game?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, but I was going to
I am off it with the keep it simple, stupid strategy. You don't take a team that you've lost on like 7 times. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm back to my old tricks doing that. So go down with the ship. Yeah, and that's all that I have. I have one more note, but I'm going to save it because I know we are going to talk about it in the games coming up this week.
What about our Rem Gems? Did we all crap the bet on that? Because I know I had Oakland.
I did not. I had the
had
Lions.
Vegas. All right, so
but it was not easy. It
We
was
gave out one nugget. That was it.
The Lions was
Denver.
not an easy one. If you
Denver.
had that one, you were stressed. the whole
Sorry
time.
about that, folks. You'll get 8 in a row from me the rest of the way now.
That's the vibes that we want. That's the vibes that we need. I need them specifically. I'm trying to feed off of them.
I have 2 things I'd like to about the game. Tampa, I think now with the bye coming up, I think Tampa's going to go on a nice little run here, playing in the crappy division. Brady, since he got the divorce, out
2-0.
talking about it since it went public. Yeah, he's 2-0. He seems like pressure off. She's
They got a good little
She's
running
with a
back
jiu-jitsu
there.
guy.
Yeah, I just said she's banging the
They got a
jiu-jitsu
good
guy,
running back there.
whatever. You
Yeah.
know, that's good for him.
That's his revenge. He needs something to motivate him.
He don't care, I don't think.
They got that rookie running back. That
He just
looked
lost
good.
a lot.
And their rookie running back
Yeah.
was a stud. I'm like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Fresh legs.
I think it was. We looked at Oklahoma State. I think rookie like a third round
Rashad
pick.
White, right? Yeah, he's a 3rd rounder.
Yep.
So
What was your other note?
it's escaping me now, but it'll come to me.
All right, it'll come. I have one thing, I guess. Mike McCarthy finally found a way to revitalize the Packers season, despite being on the other sideline. You know,
That was
one
funny.
way or another. Yeah. That game, 14-point lead. I thought Dallas had it wrapped up, and I couldn't believe that. But
I got it. It's the Buffalo Cleveland. On the way over here, they said 3 to 6 feet of snow in Buffalo this weekend. And the wind chill. It's going to be before Sunday, but the wind is going to be between 21 and 30 miles an hour. So that's you want to check the weather on these games. That's what I'm trying to tell the folks.
You should
it's
be a
going to be
weatherman.
that time of year.
the weatherman, yeah, no, for sure, 100%. That couldn't be more true. And getting it early, our spreads lock in on Wednesday, and regardless of what the line moves to, and that is one that is pretty much certain to move in favor of the
It'll
underdog.
close like 6.5.
Yeah.
If not more,
And-
if it gets to be that bad.
4.5 maybe.
And for the purpose of us
Right.
needing to make up some ground in the pool, it's very difficult if we take Cleveland, knowing 50+% of the pool is going to take Cleveland. We don't
just
go
gotta root
anywhere.
for the Bills.
Yeah, it's like a.
But the Browns are chomping at the bit with that weather with
I
their
know.
backs.
Yeah,
But
Chubb's gonna go ham.
But yeah, back to your point with the line sticking. I have a lot of 3.5s that are sitting at 3 and might go to 2.5 by game time. But
Well, according to tradition, the best record from the previous week goes first, so we will throw up Reid's picks, and he has the floor.
perfect. So this
Reedy
one was
bumps.
tough going against the home dog, especially a bad team, which I like taking. I'm going with the Eagles minus 6.5. First time I've touched them coming off that loss to the Commanders. Yeah, I mean,
Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
I know I looked at the Colts, but I'm just thinking I haven't had a nice blowout winner favorite, and I think if the Eagles can jump on top, I know their run defense isn't great, and Jonathan Taylor. I think a lot of
Right,
people
that's
a lot of people would take the Colts.
Short week.
Once Eagles get going, I think Matty Ice will get touched up pretty good in that game. So I'm looking for Eagles 17, 21-point victory.
Ooh.
Then back to my bad teams for us here. We're going to go with the Lions plus 3.5 at the Giants.
Love it.
Giants just, I think they're frauds, as we all thought. Their defense has been pretty fraudulent at best. Lions can score. Backdoor's always open. We saw them down 14 on the road against the Bears. Came back and won that game. Money line. Texans plus 3.5 going against the Commanders.
Hate it.
That is a thank you. That game. This is like heaven for me. Texans against the Commanders. Heineke's been kind of like the GOAT, I will say, but
Don't know if he's playing.
Right.
Really?
They might
Yeah,
go.
I
They might
have-
go. They might go.
Carson?
That was my no. I
Yeah.
have Houston
No.
as well. And
Right.
I
Okay, this is
believe
news to me.
they're going to go Carson Wentz, so he's back. But
Yeah.
it's a quarterback decision.
Okay,
they
if
haven't
that's the case,
said anything, so
then-
it's up in the air. So I want Wentz to play. I
I,
hope
I
Wentz
want
plays.
Wentz to play.
Yeah.
But that's my rem gem no
If-
matter what.
Okay.
Texans.
well, what am I? That was going to be my Rams, Jim. The other team. We gotta get. No, I won't do that.
Chase Young is coming back for the Commanders. I do like to
Right.
try to play both sides there.
His importance can't be. It's like a TJ Watt type of importance. Yeah.
Yeah. Bengals minus 3.5 on the road against the Steelers. Steelers
that.
just came off that pretty impressive home win. but
Love it.
when they fall behind, Bengals are starting to get healthy too. Bengals coming off a bye, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna close it out with the Cowboys -1.5 against the Vikings. Cowboys lost a disappointing loss to the Packers, and the Vikings had that crazy win against the Bills. So
All right, you'll go 3-2 with those. That's a 3-2.
That's
I
pretty-
smell 3-2.
that's
Having
pretty standard.
a lot of the same picks, I 3-2 would be fine as long as it's the ones that I have with.
Well,
them.
I'm saying
Yeah.
no. I have two different
I
ones.
only
okay,
have
okay.
I only
I
have,
got 5-0.
I
So.
only have one home team, and that's tough in the NFL.
Ooh, that's scary.
3-2. Thank you.
well,
I guess it's me because I got 2
Sad.
wins. I doubled your win total.
It's a
I
sad
believe.
day. It's a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're yielding to the gentleman from Hooksett. Panthers, first one. My theory, the rest of the way is going to be, if there's a double-digit team, I'm going to take that team. Just hey,
All right.
double digits. You're giving
Something's got
free.
to give.
Hey,
Yep.
free points.
You got Baker Moneymaker there, so
Baker going against the Ravens. He's 3-5 career. I checked.
Ravens off a bye.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I know Ravens off a bye, but I'm still, 12.5 is a lot
I
of
liked
points.
him. I liked him.
Foreman,
I
got
like
some-
it.
They
Yeah.
got some good
Defense
backs.
playing really well.
Yeah.
Defense plays well. I like it. It's a big number.
Yeah, it's a big number. My Lions, 3.5. They're totally healthy. They got the other receiver back today, which is DJ Chark. Chark. So they have Swift. They have who's their other running
Jamal
back?
Williams.
He's been a
stud.
horse.
Yeah.
They got rid of Hutchinson, but they're splitting it with 3 kids, and they all can catch the ball.
Yeah.
So he's spreading it. They can move it, and the Giants D. They like I said, they gave it up to Houston, who doesn't have an offense.
Swiss
so
cheese.
I'm liking the Lions a lot. My next one, Jets, Jets. No, this is a.
What's your record this year betting against the Patriots?
I don't know.
It's not good.
I'm telling you, I'm 62 now, Reid. 62.
2 years.
We're gonna see what happens. Okay. Who's got more talent?
Pats.
I think
I totally,
Pats are
totally
wrong.
didn't
disagree.
expect that
Yeah,
answer.
no.
Their
Pats
Jets'
play
best
well.
player is not even a factor in this game, in my opinion.
Sauce?
Yeah.
Saucy?
He's covering a wide receiver that doesn't really matter who, like Bourne or what. Like it doesn't.
They didn't blitz once last time they played. And how many times did they sack him? 5? And they didn't blitz once. So they don't have to beat the Patriots' offensive line. They're physical up front, and they're pissed because they know that interception that would have made it a 14-point lead for them before half instead of the Pats getting a field goal. They're hungry. They see that coach has got them fired up, and the Patriots are like, oh, we got Patricia as our offensive
You think they're
coordinator.
still saying that
Are they
at this
both
point in the
coming
year?
off a bye?
No.
About Patricia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
No.
are. They're last in about they're like 26 to 32nd in every offensive category.
I have my thoughts on that game. I'm going to wait. I'm going to allow you to
All right, well,
continue.
I like the
saving
number.
it.
There is-
I like the number.
Yeah,
It's
plus
the only
the hook.
positive. I know.
And you can change your pick before Sunday and get out of your. You're in the funk.
My
You're-
biggest thing on the Patriots, not to play sides, is I root for them. I want them to win. I'm only going against them if I'm extremely sure, 90%, and I'm not.
I am. I'm Salah.
But you're not a Patriots fan. We've gone over this.
I was. I still am. I just think there need to be changes that would be to my liking. I mean, don't have a punter that's last in the league in punting average and pay him $5 million.
They're still in the.
Do you know
they're
what
in the playoff
Jono
spot right now.
Smith's number is against the cap next year?
Big.
I guess how big? I heard it on the way over.
What is it?
If they keep him, it's $17 million. If they
Jeez.
cut him, it's $19 million.
What does he have? Like 5 catches on
I
it?
think he has 5 catches and he doesn't block. It's
That was tough.
yeah. Okay, then I'm going. My son Reid turned me on to this team, the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, now I'm fading them.
I know, but they got Chase Young back, like you said. Their defense, the coach's mother just died. They gave him the game ball after the game. They're all fired up for Riverboat Ron. McLaren's catching the ball. My one thing is Heineke. I wish they'd keep him. if they keep him, they'll go bananas. But I think they're going to bring
Buy
him
low,
in.
sell
They are
high.
going to bring back
Yeah.
Wentz. They paid too much for him.
know.
You can't pay that much and not play the guy. There's just
Just
no
here-
way.
Why they ever
Listen
took
to
him
this.
out?
It's
Listen to
horrible.
this.
But
Horrible.
the
Where
Wash-
would they be if they didn't?
The Commanders are laying 3.5 points on the road in the NFL right
Yeah.
now.
Against
That's
a
it.
team that has one win.
But they've
But-
been competitive in every
Not the
game.
time I took them.
No. I know,
They lost by
yeah.
40. Remember
Yeah.
that
Would you
game?
ever
I do.
think after the first 4 or 5 weeks that the Commanders were laying 3.5?
I remember
points?
I took the Commanders.
On the
I took the
road.
Commanders against the Eagles week 3, and the Commanders had like 9 total yards in the first 3 quarters, and they finished with 300 yards
Yeah.
because they just kept moving the ball down, turn it over, move the ball down, turn it over, and Wentz was padding his stats because it was such soft coverage, and that is imprinted into my brain. That
I had
hope
him
Wentz
against.
plays.
I had him week
too.
1 against Detroit,
Yeah.
and Detroit led the whole game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they came
They came back
yeah.
and beat
Yep.
him at the buzzer.
We're not
Okay.
beating down on your picks. We just don't.
Well, I'm
like
against
It
it. I'm
don't
against a
matter.
couple.
I'm
So
the-
It
yeah.
don't
I
matter.
mean-
It's 5-0. People are going to be here, and they're going to be like,
Hey.
"Oh my God, we got to follow him." People are going to be writing in the comment section, "He's the man."
Who's your last one?
The Cincinnati Bengals. Enough said. The Bengals. Come on, Mixon.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm more. I think we agree. I'm more on the fade Pittsburgh type of deal.
Yeah.
TJ Watt came back. That was big, but Bengals can go up 21. And
Bengals
then we call
love
it.
to go up 21.
If
too.
they go up early,
and they lost to them early,
Just like
they
they did
lost
against
to
the
them,
Jets.
so it's a revenge game.
I mean, I took the Saints against Pittsburgh. You don't think I'm going to support the Bengals against Pittsburgh? You know, with like the same number.
Yeah,
I
I'm
almost-
surprised you
I
were on
almost-
that. Are
I
you on
almost-
that?
No.
I almost took the Saints this week
Yeah.
because
I don't know.
LA's all kind of banged
I
up.
know,
It's
but
4.5.
Like
I
this-
know, but they
Can the Saints score 4.5?
they lost 2 starting offensive linemen and the Tom Remillard of football, Cooper
The
Kupp.
Saints are so bad, and they continue to get respect. And I continue to be like, this is the week they turn it around. They're like just as bad as Denver.
When
in
are
my
they going to
mind.
get rid of Wentz? When are they going to get rid of the Red Rocket?
Yeah, the Red
Seriously,
Rocket.
Winston, is his whole back broken?
I have
'Cause
no idea.
If Winston was in, I would take them way more. At least
Me
he
too.
slings.
I mean, I
even
still
the other
take
guy
them.
that runs the tight
I
end,
know.
that even
Takes
you
him
know,
out. Yeah, but I'm not comfortable starting him for a whole game. You figure him out pretty quickly. He's not that fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's a great guy to at least put in like half of the packages. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he's not getting enough touches.
But he's not
especially
Lamar
like
Jackson
he can
here.
throw the ball, and they never allow him to throw the ball. Like he was starting quarterback for full games, and now he doesn't even pass it ever. He's just a running back. So, or quarter.
well,
tight
those
end.
are my 5, and
Okay.
if you people take them, you'll be able to get yourself a nice big turkey for Thanksgiving on me. 'Cause
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm gonna just throw this out there. I'm glad that you have a little bit of 2 months or a month and a half until your birthday, because the birthday magic is the birthday curse. It's
Well, for
definitely
you
not
it
true.
was. It
well, for
was.
you 2 and 3, I'm not happy with 2 and 3.
no,
like
those
you
picks
are.
were
You're
made
pumped.
before.
Yeah,
No,
that's
those
like
picks
best
were
case
made.
scenario.
No, those picks were
Are
made
you aiming
before
for
my
2 and
birthday.
3?
No, those
Aiming
picks
for
were
2.
made before my birthday.
When you wake up Monday morning,
Oh.
are you like happy with the 2 and 3, or is it a long day?
it was,
Oh, man.
it was one win. It was one, and
Did you texted us? This is a bloodbath. And I'm 2 and 1. The Raiders were only down 1 score for the
Yeah.
cover. I'm like,
well,
it's not
I gotta tell the people, you guys didn't show up, so I'm sitting there crying. You
Yeah.
know, no one showed up.
We got a good gift for your birthday. We got you a $100 5-team
I know,
parlay of your
I'm-
picks. We didn't know they were going to be that bad.
Ripped it up before halftime.
I thought it was a great idea of me to have. They wanted to come. I said no. They were
Yeah.
all. They were in a golf tournament the day before, and then they
It was
were
a
at
long
the
day.
encore.
Yeah, a long day.
That was awesome of me to say stay
Yeah.
home.
Okay. Well, on to my picks. The 5 winners finally going to bounce back.
Doesn't sound confident.
No,
does it?
I am confident. I'm
Doesn't
more
sound
like
it.
You have
I'm
the
at
confidence,
Zen.
but
I have
it's the
Zen,
NFL, so
you
I
know.
can't really believe you.
Oh,
Yep.
Watch.
All right, the Carolina Panthers plus 12.5. I'm following you into that.
That's
Baker
a
Mayfield.
solid.
That's
There's
trouble,
one.
though.
It's
There's
scary.
one.
I
No.
mean, Harbaugh knows Baker's tendencies. It's a little scary, but that is a big number.
Harbaugh go for it on 4th down and not get it.
Detroit Lions plus 3.5. I'm with both of you. That's always scary.
We've
when
never
us
won
three
a
have
game where all
pick.
three
I
out.
know. That's,
Never won.
That's
Wow.
super scary.
I like the pick. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
So Giants.
Houston Texans plus 3.5. I got them
2
as
and 1.
well.
2 and 1.
The New England Patriots minus 3.5.
2 and 2.
And the Dallas Cowboys minus 1.5.
Going against the Vikings.
So just so everyone knows
What
the
against the
process before you give out your picks, I will text Kyle my picks individually and I do the invisible ink so he doesn't see them.
Mm-hmm. And then I
It's
send mine
unbelievable that
back
we come-
before.
I mean,
yeah,
we
we
do
have
have the
3 the
same
same.
thought
I have 2
process,
against
but-
you.
Well, I always fade you.
I would also.
on your tombstone, it's going to be never bet on the Vikings.
So I will say, if the people out there buy Texans the +3.5, 2 of us against you, I would have to say this is a 99% chance victory for us.
All right. Then you'll be here next week apologizing. And I will be accepting
I will
it.
give you a good
don't
apology.
mind. I wouldn't mind a public apology.
Okay. I would like to get into a little bit of reasoning behind my picks. The Minnesota Vikings, best record in the NFL. Back-to-back, very emotional road wins. Massive letdown spot here. Cowboys coming off a loss against Green Bay. They're perfect spot. I couldn't ask for a better spot.
Playing 2 games in a row on the road.
Couldn't ask for a better spot.
Travel.
Minnesota comes back to earth. That was their Super Bowl. Congratulations, Minnesota. You won your Super Bowl. Now here they come back to earth, crashing down like I did the last 5 weeks.
May I say too quickly, the Cowboys have the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh,
And
come
this
on.
is-
Your opinion isn't worth poop. That's not
well,
true.
I mean, we'll see what Justin Jefferson does this week.
And the last thing I'd like to say, the last time the New York Jets beat the New England Patriots in regulation, Mark Sanchez threw a touchdown pass to LaDainian Tomlinson. How do you feel about that?
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
History. What are you talking
Yeah.
history?
Well,
I'm talking.
it's not just history. It's including this year.
I haven't
It's
heard
everything.
the name
Full
LaDainian
package.
Tomlinson
Right.
in a
Full-
while.
Yeah, wild.
Wow, you really went back for that
Yeah,
one. Huh?
That was a good one.
Pat's
No.
13 in a row wins, and in those games they're 12-0-1 against the spread. I mean,
Who are their
Wow.
coaches on the Jets back then? It's not.
well, one of
it's
them,
not
one
that
of them
dude
was
running
Salah.
up the
Well, it already
stairs.
happened.
Yeah.
That's already waxed him.
It
this
was
year.
already
It
Salah.
wasn't a wax.
Not waxed.
Waxed.
They covered.
Waxed. I'm not saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not going to win. I'm just saying that hook's
Yeah.
They might win by
If
3.
they win by 3, then I'll tip the cap. I'll move on.
So I'll have a tip of the cap and a public apology.
There we go.
I'm
Yeah.
almost willing to say I'll get a Heineke jersey if Texans don't cover 3.5.
Okay, so Rem's gem of the week. Reid, you have the floor first.
Texans.
Texans,
But it's
boom.
got to be 3.5. If
Boom.
it closes at 2.5, I'm going Texans 3.5. Buy the
Okay.
half if you got to.
You, sir.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Wow.
Well, that's 2 of my games there.
You could still fade it or take it.
No,
You gotta
I'm
give
going
people
to the
for 3
grave, going against the Minnesota Vikings. Mine is Dallas, and I'm going to continue to go against the Giants and the Vikings if they both cover this week, and I will take this pool all the way to the last place finish if they continue to cover every game because something's got to give. They got to come back to earth, and I think it starts this week. So
There's the stubborn Remillard.
it is. Yeah, I will go down with the ship.
It's always, you got to go back to the well. I do it
Look
constantly.
at Atlanta. After Atlanta's meteoric rise, 6-0 against the spread, they failed to cover all 3,
So
and they lose to Carolina outright.
Who are they? They're laying 3.5. Who are they playing?
Chicago.
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 That is a me game.
Yeah.
No.
But Chicago's been playing so well recently. It's like,
have.
hey, are they coming back to earth a little bit this week? So yeah, for
They-
our buy low, sell high. The Bears are here and
Right.
Atlanta's here. It's like God,
It's
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 tough
hard
to
to
do.
take Mariota.
You almost look at Atlanta in that
I know.
spot.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, you got to. But then you do, and you're like, oh, Fields ran for 300 yards.
He
Mike
runs-
Vick
he's-
2.0.
He's been.
He's not, you know who he reminds me of? And no one's brought it up. Everyone's saying Vic. I think he's like Cam Newton when Cam Newton
I
was
agree.
young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's bigger.
Cam was,
he's
yeah,
built bigger.
Cam was, that's how Cam was.
And he
was
kind
a
of
horse
throws
that
like the
could
little.
run.
He kind of throws little noodle balls.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
That's a
People
good call.
forget how good Cam was.
Yep.
Then he got crap beat out of him. And
Yeah. He's like Antonio
Broken
Brown now.
down.
Hey, I was pumped when he came to the Bats. I was one of the few. It
I
didn't
know
work
I
out,
was,
but
yeah.
yeah. All right, everyone. Let's make some
Nice.
money. We will see you
Do it.
next week.
Good luck, everyone.